Hi, I'm Miglena from thepoledancer.com and this is a conditioning workout for straight leg lifts. The goal is clean inverts and beautiful leg flares on the pole with straight legs. When it comes to inverts, I recommend working first on your technique and core strength. Check out my other workout videos here on YouTube. There's one on the pole and one off the pole. These two videos are designed specifically to help you build strong inverts with proper technique. You're gonna need some tools for today's workout. Yoga blocks, peanut ball or massage ball or tennis ball or an apple, and a really thick resistance band. A few words before we start. You've probably noticed that it's really hard to keep your legs straight while lifting them. Why is this? On one side you have the physics. The straight legs create a longer lever away from your body, which makes it harder to fight gravity. The closer your feet are to your body, the easier it is. The further out they are, the harder it is. And then we have the anatomical side. To keep your legs straight, to straighten them completely, you need strong quads. And to lift your legs, you need strong hip flexors, especially the psoas and the iliacus, the deep hip flexors. And especially if you're lifting the legs above 90 degrees, which we need for leg flares and for inverts. This is the strength side, but you also need some flexibility. To straighten your leg completely, you need flexible hamstrings. Many people have tight hamstrings for different reasons. It could be weak glutes, it could be tight hip flexors from a lot of sitting. It could be also your sciatic nerve, lower back, and your entire spine. So there could be lots of limitations in flexibility. And this combination of leg lifts and straight legs, of hip flexion and knee extension, puts extra demand on your quads, on your hip flexors, and it stretches the hamstrings. So if these are not strong enough or not flexible enough, it just gets much harder to keep your legs straight while lifting them and while inverting. In this video, we're gonna tackle a little bit of these different areas of the strength and the flexibility of the muscles involved. So without further ado, let's start. The first exercises are for your hamstring flexibility. We'll start with a chair and a ball, and we're gonna use a technique called myofascial technique, which is an active release technique. Place your ball under the highest part of your hamstrings, closer to your bum. You can place your hands on your thigh. You can apply pressure with your hands additionally, but you don't have to. From here, we're gonna straighten the leg, engage the muscles, and bend. Straighten and bend. This softens the tissues, it relaxes and mobilizes the muscles and removes stiffness. We are peanutting the hamstrings. We are kind of massaging them. It prepares them for strength work also, or for stretching. So you can repeat this 10 to 15 times and move the ball further down, closer to your knee, and do the same thing. So you can do this all along the hamstrings using the entire length from your bum to the back of your knee. This is an exercise I got from Cirque Physio, as well as the next exercise about the nerve glides, the sciatic nerve. And then change to the other leg, further up, straighten and bend. And you can apply pressure when you get used to this movement and you want to feel a little bit more intense. Now I'm going to go a little bit quickly through this exercise for the purpose of this video, but feel free to take your time to pause this video and to do it a little bit longer. Place the ball further down. So 10 to 15 repetitions are usually enough, but You can repeat as long as you want, as long as it feels good and you feel a pleasant release of the muscles. The second exercise is for your sciatic nerve, which runs all along the back of your leg, from your heel all the way to your spine. And it's another common flexibility limitation after the hamstrings. Lay down on your back, grab with your hands behind your thigh, pull your knee to your chest, and from here we're going to bend the legs and flex the foot. Then we're going to straighten, and as you straighten, point your toes. Bend, flex, straighten, point. Bend, flex, straighten, point. Or when you straighten your leg, don't push too hard. Nerves don't like being stretched intensely. If you do that, they can get even more tense. Instead, they like to be flossed or glided. So flossing means we're gliding the nerve back and forth instead of stretching it from both ends. That's why we're pointing the toe when we straighten. Because if we straighten and flex our foot, this is too intense. So you're looking for a mild stretching sensation. And change the leg. Grab behind your thigh, pull your knee to your chest, bend and flex. Point and straighten. Bend, flex. Point, straighten. So you can repeat this up to 10 times on each leg. And if you'd like to find out whether you have a sciatic nerve limitation, or if it's a hamstring muscle limitation, then you can search on YouTube for sciatic nerve and hamstring, and then you're gonna find some information as well as some ways to test whether it's a nerve or if it's the muscle. For the next exercise, we're going to use the thick resistance band. Place it around your foot and sit in a half straddle. So we're going to slightly lift the knee off the floor, slightly bend the leg, and we're going to engage the quads. Try to straighten and push through the back of the knee until your heel is lifting almost off the floor. From here, you can straighten your ankle and point your toes. Same way back. Flex the toes, flex your ankle, relax the leg, lift the knee. So knee, ankle, toes, toes, ankle, knee. You can, if you want, also just focus on bending and straightening your leg, keeping your foot flexed. The goal is to really push through the back of the knee actively and gain those extra millimeters of knee extension. I personally like to also point my foot as I straighten my leg. And after 10 times, you can change to the other leg. We bend the knee, we straighten, push through the floor, point, ankle and toes. Toes, ankle, knee. Knee, ankle, toes, toes, ankle, knees. Try to do it really actively, engaging the leg muscles, especially the big quads, your thigh. Three more times. 2. And last time. We're gonna do leg flares. Tuck the pelvis in, belly in, engage your glutes and your core, but keep the chest open. From here, we're gonna lift one leg and circle out. for 3 times. 2, 1. And now we're going to make the circle bigger. We're going to go across our body, circle through the front, in front of our body, and then open to the side. So we're drawing the biggest circle possible, going from lying on one butt cheek to lying on both butt cheeks. And we're going to do 5 of those. Again, focus on having your legs completely straight and toes pointed, and then trying to open as much as possible and using your hip flexor flexibility. And change the legs. Engage the core and the glutes. Chest out. Lift one leg and open circle through the side. 3, 2, 1, and now make it bigger by circling all in front of your body and away from your midline. 5 times, 3 more, 2, 1. And now we're going to continue with that same circular motion, but we're going to pull the bottom leg in, we're going to bend it, we're going to lean back, open the straddle, and change the legs. We continue the circle in the same direction. Now the second leg is leading and straight. At the end, you can come up again on your elbows. So, bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight. Top leg circles, draws the biggest circle. Try to keep your foot as close to the floor as possible. You lay down on your back, open your straddle, change the legs, straighten the bent leg to middle position. Do this 3 times in each direction. And again, even though your core is working a lot, try to focus on having one leg completely straight. Clean lines, one leg bent, one leg completely straight. Good, and now the same thing, but we're going to have both legs straight. Lay down on your back. We circle with one leg. We open the straddle and circle all the way to the other side. We are laying on the side. Circle, open straddle, and close. If you want, you can also add a little bit of a hip pulse in your straddle. Open, hips up, circle the legs. Open, hips up, circle with the legs. 3 times in each direction. Good, and lay down. There are many more exercises, especially on the pole, that will help you improve your leg lines during inverts. That's why I recommend my recorded lessons from the series Straight Leg Inverts. Just send me a message on thepoledancer.com/contact if you're interested. I recommend also working with my pole curriculum, which is a complete list of all pole moves divided by levels. To get free access to it, go to thepoledancer.com/curriculum. You'll find videos with variations, progressions, combos, and even a tutorial for each move. You can check if there are any gaps in your pole progress, and you can get ideas for your next training or your next pole routine. You can always come back to it to check if you're on the right track. Get it on thepoledancer.com/curriculum.